All right, guys, welcome back. Today we're gonna do Tarzan versus Predator at the Earth's Core. This is the last issue, 4 out of 4 by Walter Simonson, Lee Weeks. So without further ado, let's dive in. And yeah, we have Tarzan who is under the thrall of this creature, and yeah, now he's ruling Pellucidar. You know, he's now taking over the ruling of the previous one who was also in the thrall of that creature. And he says, Moviro, in our royal mercy, we incline to spare you in gratitude for your service to us in the past, and we have an errand for you. So, right, this guy's here, right? But these are the good guys because, well, yeah, Tarzan is brainwashed. Or, yeah, I believe that's the word. Anyway, so he says that Pellucidar is now ours. And they had some kind of alliance with normally with Pellucidar and all these people and citizens, but he says, "Well, I'm the ruler now." But then, all right. So this guy is saying, "Okay, I'm gonna obey. Otherwise, it would be bad for him." So this is then the creature, and he says, "Yeah, you've done well," which is she, by the way. Jason, Gridley, and Jana were useful tools at first, but you, Tarzan, are made of sterner stuff. Your will is strong, and I've rarely been challenged for the last century or two, but you are mine. I will see to that your children and your children's children rule this kingdom for eternity as the puppets, emperors of the Mahars. That's the Mahars, right? So let's call it themselves. Anyway, so we have them, these savages, right? Going to this plane because weapons in it, and then they think that they are just... These metal beasts, will they not eat us? He says, no. So, but then this guy says, what's his name again? Movira. So he says, hey, I got something to show you. And so there's some pistols and weapons here, right? Small clubs, tiny spears, worthless. He says, they have some value, as you might see. But then he says, hey, listen, we take no orders from you anymore. The Emperor has commanded us to show you a Sagat's feast, and we will. You have served the Mahar Queen faithfully, and she is rewarding you by devouring your brothers. So this guy says, well, that's a lie. But then he shoots him, well, because he is attacking him. What killed him? I did, and I have not lied. Yes, these because the other savages never saw pistols and these kind of weaponry, right? These modern-made weapons. But so this guy says, well, if you are lying, I will kill you myself. And he says, just follow me. I will show you that I have not lied. So he's going to this, deep underground when he says, hey, peer in the waters and tell me what you see. So he sees the bones of his brothers, and they swear death to the Mahar now, right? Because it's true. But then Jason, Gridley, and Jana comes, and they are jumping into the pool. And then the Mahar is here. And he says, I have not feasted on living flesh for many years, but today's a special occasion. I feel the passing of the scepter from one dynasty to another requires a certain ceremony. And though Jason and Jana ruled only for a short time, they made possible so much. Right? Though through them I have accomplished the destruction of the great enemy, David Innes, and the foundation of a new Mahar empire. Come, Jason, come, Jana, let us dance. But then I don't know how these called. I mean, these are the denizens and of Pellucidar, right? And they are attacking this creature, and he says, stop, command you. What are you doing? And he says, come, Tarzan, kill this. Oh yeah, the Sagats. Okay, I didn't read that. But then, surprisingly, so Tarzan wants to come in, but he's being held back by his brothers and sisters, I guess, or his clan. And then this creature is beaten and killed, or beaten to death until she is dead and, well, sinking to the bottom here of this. Well, it's not really a bottom. It's more like a pool, right? So I think, wait a minute, that came out of nowhere. I thought, in my opinion, Tarzan would deal with this creature later on, but I forgot this is a Tarzan versus Predator. So I forgot that the Predators also was still in the game, right? So yeah, the people of Pellucidar just took revenge on those who enslaved them for for a very long time. Cool. Okay, so this creature is dead. Tarzan is now himself again, along with Jana and this guy Jason, and somehow he's laughing. All right, all right. So the predators are still need to be dealt with, right? So and they need to have a new king because Pellucidar is now still free and well. David Innes, the one true emperor of the Pellucidar. Okay, he's taking the place again. So they are rejoicing somehow, and they're gonna make a plan how to deal with the predators, right? Because they can be not only invisible. That's the word I'm looking for. So meanwhile, we have this, ancient creature, also a predator, but it's been stalked by our alien friend, but before he can shoot this creature, to death, to kill this creature probably. There's a sound, and he hears some clicking sound, and he jumps away, but not before he's been skewered by spears. It looks great, man. Look at this black silhouette with the green blood soaking all over his body. Looks great. Tarzan was right. The hunter eludes our rifles, but not the Sacket's keen senses of reflexes. Kin 2 and the dead soldiers will be avenged. All right. And then the other predators see the bodies of their brothers, and now it's basically the other way around, because they are the ones normally they are bringing skulls and as a trophy to their ships, right? For glory and all that. But now it's the other way around. And they see here, when they come back to their camp, that their brothers are being hanged, although they have, been decapitated. All right. Looks great. So there's, pushing some buttons. And then, I'm not sure, maybe it's trying to reach out to the other predators. So this is the predator ship, right? And so these coming out of the ship, and I'm not sure what they are doing here, but I believe they say, "All right, we need to go back because it's dangerous here or something." But then there is some not trembling, but a sound like the sound of doom. So the predators turn around, and it's it's a bunch of wild people try to attack the predators, right? But then, of course, they are fighting back with their way superior weaponry, right? And we have, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How many in total? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's a couple of them, right? Probably more than 10. And there's going to be a fight, but on this, so Tarzan is there on these triceratops, I believe that's how you call them, right? And he says, "Death to the predators." But then he has this infamous or famous 3 dots. "You are too late, hunter. You may kill me now, but your fate is sealed." But then the predator stops and does nothing, and he salutes. Well, the ship is then being pushed off the ledge into this ravine, and that is the end of the predators. I said, "Wait, what?" What? So they're having some kind of a farewell with the David Innes and Jana and Jason here and the other people of Pellucidar, right? So he says at the end as we bore down upon the craft, one of the hunters had me in their sights and did not fire. He chose to let me live, and he was about to die. Why? Perhaps he was saluting another better hunter. Or maybe his batteries ran out. Who cares? The point is we're alive, and Pellucidar is free again. After this, maybe the hunters will stay home. All right, and then they have a laugh, and that's the end. And they're going home to wherever Tarzan is, to the jungle, far from Pellucidar. Okay, I had to process this a little bit because I think it's a somewhat fitting end, but this is one issue. You can only put so much in one issue. But I mean, come on, you have a spaceship, and superior firepower with grenades, invisibility, cloaking technology, nets that can cut people to pieces. We have those discs that can dismember people. We have these shoulder cannons, right? That can, I don't know, obliterate or disintegrate a human. And we have these cannons from the ship. And you're gonna tell me that you're gonna do nothing because you are certain that you are gonna die by these wild animals and barbarians. That doesn't make any sense. But, you know, overall, it's a fun book. But this came a little bit out of nowhere. So, guys, let me know in the comments what you think about it. Have a great day, and I see you on the next one. What a book.